Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing Disney Pixar's Lightyear. This was an interesting movie in terms of the fact that Toy Story is over, as in the four movies. I don't know if they'll make any in the future, but this was like a weird one-off thing where I guess they decided they felt like they needed to make it, and it's basically just a Buzz Lightyear origin story. The movie states straight away that this is the movie that Andy watched when he was a kid that made him fall in love with the toy Buzz Lightyear. Honestly, after the first time watching this, I wasn't really sure what to make of this movie because there were definitely things I really liked, and there were things that I felt were a little bit underwhelming. And after watching it for the first time, I went on Letterboxd and I read some of the reviews, and it was just absolutely hysterical. I mean, all of these things were like, oh, this was the movie Andy watched? Andy is a loser, or Andy has horrible taste in movies. And I'm like, they're not wrong. I didn't hate this movie. I didn't think it was horrific, but I just felt like it was very underwhelming that Disney was just trying to extend this franchise even further than it already was with Toy Story 4. To start things off, I didn't mind the opening. It shows us that Buzz is experienced, doesn't like rookies pulling him down, and he honestly thinks highly of himself to get things done by himself. He had a great friend who went through the academy with him, but when he crashes the ship they're on, they're stranded on this planet. Their main goal is to work towards making a new light speed crystal so they can get back home. Every time Buzz flies out to test the technology, he jumps forward in time, and he keeps going on test flights and slowly watches his friend live a fulfilling life and get older. She passes away early on, but despite disobeying orders, Buzz manages to take one more trip. When he returns, there's a giant robot ship looming over the base, and the base successfully has the laser shield up. He meets three rookies in training and has his companion robot as well. Socks was decent, but it was clearly just a thing for Disney to make toys that people would find cute. I don't really like this gimmick in Disney movies, but it was okay at best here. One of the rookies was the granddaughter of his friend, and she has the most interactions with him. She was decent and ended up overcoming her fears of space. The other two rookies were just others to have for comedic effect. There were a solid amount of jokes in the movie, but I never laughed once, to be honest. And it only made the movie worse when I realized that one of the rookies was voiced by Taika Waititi. Now, while I haven't seen him in too many things, I personally do not like the direction he took with a certain Marvel movie. And to be honest, I try to separate my opinion of him from the character, but I still found the character clumsy, inexperienced, and kind of an idiot that wasn't too useful. Even the old lady who was arrested made a bomb and blew up robots, but honestly, one of the most underwhelming characters was Zerg. He had a great early presence due to the visuals and directions of scenes, but once he exposed himself to Buzz, it was confusing and tried to throw in time travel stuff to confuse every 8-year-old there. I wish it wasn't Buzz from the future and was a completely separate character who was just a big evil robot guy. Thankfully, though, I did kind of like Buzz in this movie. Chris Evans was a solid choice, and Disney kept the reins on him a bit longer after he finished the contract with the Marvel movies. Buzz had the story arc of only ever wanting to complete the mission, and the mission was his number one, and he was very narrow minded in the way he lived his life. But after spending a bit of time with three random people, he realized that maybe life is fine just the way it is, and he just has to try and do the best with how things are instead of focusing on just one thing and not getting to take a step back and live a life of his own. It's a solid arc, but it never got too deep or emotional when going through the steps, so it kept him from being a better written character. And I really would have preferred that instead of the movie slapping in more jokes every 10 seconds. To be honest, I think where this movie shines is the visuals. It's one of the most amazing animated movies I've ever seen. It's so detailed, and the lighting and effects and motions and movements are just so good. I mean, it's just immaculate. I really like the visuals, despite maybe some of the characters that take part in the movie. Overall, this is an underwhelming story as a Buzz Lightyear origin, and I thought it had a simple plot and very surface level characters, and I honestly wish there were less jokes and the movie focused more on a plot that didn't involve time travel. I think for my first viewing and better understanding of the Toy Story franchise, I would give this movie a 6 out of 10. It's not amazing, but I think the visuals really pulled it up for me because it was just very well done. I think if the visuals were any less than what they were, I could definitely see it going down to a 5 or a 4, but I think a 6 out of 10 is where I'm going to stick it for now. Well, that's going to do it for my review of Disney Pixar's Lightyear. I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and if you did, feel free to like and subscribe down below and comment what you guys thought of this movie. But I hope you guys look forward to more movie reviews in the future. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later.